Winchester is the delightfully frightful horror film starring Helen Mirren and Jason Clarke, who I did not know was in this movie until I was watching it. Obviously, I stayed away from most of the marketing. I saw a trailer in theaters a few months back, but then just tried to sort of forget about everything and hopefully be scared, because I'm never scared by scary movies, and I'm always hoping to be. This film centers on the Winchester house in San Francisco, California, a real haunted mansion. And we follow Clark's character, who is a doctor and an addict, and he is called upon to do an evaluation on this old woman, Sarah Winchester, played by Helen Mirren. She has inherited from her deceased husband the Winchester Gun Company, so not only does she have all this money, but she has also inherited this guilt she feels from all the deaths that have been caused by the Winchester rifles, and she thinks all of the ghosts are coming to haunt her of all the people that have been murdered by a Winchester rifle, which is a bit ridiculous, but hey, whatever you need to get a haunted house movie going, right? So she's building this house, this never-ending building, this mansion, just all these different rooms for these different spirits that want to have a place to go and be able to communicate with her. And it's interesting how you have this weirdly structured house that's built by the room. It's crazy. I totally want to do some research on the real place. I didn't even really know about it until this movie was happening, of course. Now I definitely want to go there. So anyway, the doctor is sent to the Winchester house. He meets with Sarah. They get to talking. And what we have for a setup for the haunted house film is quite interesting, because at first he is using drugs and doing, interesting stuff. And so all of the ghostly encounters can be chalked up to just hallucinations. And it actually works really well with the story because, of course, our two leads are actually good actors, which makes this work for the most part. Get several sequences where he's stumbling around into ghosts all messed up, and Helen Mirren's character is trying to clean him up and make him clear so that he can see this is actually a haunted house. She is not some old delusional woman. This truly is the house that spirits built. And so her niece and great nephew live in the house with her, and there's this evil spirit trying to get into the little boy, and there's some decent interplay between the characters that makes things work between the scares, and there are plenty of scares in this film. I will say they're all jump scares, and they go for the quick, cheap thrill, but some of them work, and there is some creepy and disturbing imagery here that did stand out at times. Honestly, there isn't a whole lot to say about Winchester. Yeah, it's pretty disposable. It's your typical PG-13 haunted house horror film. You know exactly what you're getting going into this, so that's what I would say. If you can enjoy it for what it is, if you're looking for that kind of film, then yeah, see it and you'll enjoy it. If you're not, you're like, no, absolutely not. I know these PG-13 horror films, no, they're all the same. Then don't. This is just jump scares with some decent acting and decent directing. There's sort of a gothic hammer horror feel that is interesting in its own way, but no, it isn't exactly reinventing the wheel here. So just to know going in, it's not really that bad. It's just not really good either. It just is what it is. It's just a simple film, but I gotta say, we've been pretty lucky so far. I mean, nothing has been just like egregiously bad yet, and I know we've got 50 Shades Freed next week, and that's going to be the first worst film of 2018, but so far so good. So, I give Winchester a 2 out of 5. I definitely would say it was enjoyable. I had fun laughing with and at this film with my friend. The other people in the audience also did. So I feel like this is the kind of film you want to get some friends together and go see it like you're a group of teenagers going to see a horror film and just have fun with it. If you made it this far, thank you for watching.